I'm 95 years old, and I'm recording this because I need you to hear something before it's too late for you, too. 3 months ago, my doctor told me I have maybe a year left, maybe less. And you know what my first thought was? It wasn't fear, it was regret, because I finally woke up. So please listen to me, because what I'm about to tell you, I wish someone had told me when I was your age. You think you have time. That's the biggest lie you tell yourself every single day. When I was 25, I thought 95 was eternity away. When I was 40, I thought retirement would last forever. When I was 60, I thought I'd have decades to do all the things I'd been putting off. And then I blinked, and I'm here at the end, looking back at a life I barely lived because I was always waiting for the right time. Let me tell you about my sister, Helen. Helen was beautiful, smart, adventurous. She worked as a secretary for 32 years in a job she hated. Every Sunday she'd say, "When I retire, I'm going to see the world." She had a whole map on her wall: Paris, Tokyo, Egypt, little pins everywhere she wanted to go. She'd cut out pictures from magazines, plan itineraries. Helen died at 67, heart attack, sudden. She never saw any of it, not one single place. The suitcase she bought for her someday trip, I found it in her closet after she died. Still had the price tag on it. You're trading your today, which is real, which is certain, for a tomorrow that might never come. That's not living. That's dying in slow motion. You see all this? This big house? These things? I spent 40 years accumulating all this. The china set I had to have, never used it, not once. This crystal chandelier cost me 3 months' salary in 1978. These antique tables, the Persian rugs, the silver. My grandson came last week to talk about what happens to all this when I'm gone. 40 years, thousands and thousands of dollars, and it's all going to strangers or the dump. But here's the worst part. You know what I sacrificed for all this stuff? Time. Time with my daughter when she was little. I was working overtime, double shifts, weekends to buy things that are now just junk. There was this one Christmas, my daughter was 7. She made me a card that said, "I wish for Mommy to stay home." Not a toy, not a doll, just me. And you know what I did? I worked Christmas Eve and Christmas Day because they paid triple time. I bought her the biggest dollhouse you ever saw. Thought that made up for it. She's 68 now. I asked her last month if she remembered that dollhouse. She said no, but she remembers that I wasn't there. 58 years later, she still remembers. You see these? Awards, certificates, Employee of the Year, Top Performer. I was so proud of these. This one right here, 1985, Sales Director of the Year, biggest achievement of my career. The night of the ceremony, my daughter had her high school graduation. I missed it. Being a role model for working mothers. The company I worked for went bankrupt in 2001. Gone, like it never existed. And all these awards, My grandkids don't even know what company they're from. Here's what nobody tells you about your career. It's a transaction. You give them your time, your youth, your energy. They give you money. That's it. Nothing more. The day you retire or the day you die, they'll post your job opening before your desk is even cleared. They'll replace you in a week. A month later, it'll be like you were never there. But your family, your children, they can't replace you. Every moment you miss is gone forever. Every recital, every birthday, every ordinary Tuesday afternoon. You only get one chance. My daughter got married when she was 32. During her speech at the wedding, she thanked her father for teaching her to be strong, to be independent. She thanked her best friend's mother for showing her what it meant to be there for someone. She never mentioned me, not once. And she wasn't being cruel. That's just the truth of what I was. I was the woman who was never there. But let me tell you the beautiful part, the part that I finally understand now, here at the end. This box, this is my real wealth. Everything in here is worth more than everything in this house combined. This is a letter from a woman named Susan. 30 years ago, her car broke down on the highway. It was raining, cold. She had her baby in the back seat. I stopped and waited with her for 2 hours until the tow truck came. She writes to me every Christmas. Her son is 30 now. She tells me he's kind, generous, helps people on the road because of the story she told him about the stranger who helped them. That stranger was me. This is from my neighbor's boy, Tommy. His parents worked nights. I used to help him with his homework every Thursday for 2 years, just 2 hours a week. Tommy's a teacher now. He told me last year that I'm the reason he became a teacher, because I showed him that someone taking time to care changes everything. And my grandson, Daniel, he's 25. For 3 summers when he was little, we'd spend Sunday afternoons in the garden together. I'd teach him about plants. We'd dig in the dirt, make a mess. He told me last week those are his favorite memories of his entire childhood. 3 summers, just Sunday afternoons. That's it. This is what you get to keep. Not the house, not the cars, not the awards or the money. The love you gave, the time you shared, the moments you were present. When I close my eyes at night, these are the memories that come. Not the promotions, not the things I bought, the times I gave myself to someone else. That's immortality. That's what lives on. So let me give you 3 things. 3 things I wish I'd known at 30, at 40, at 50. 3 things that would have changed everything. First, kill your ego. Starve it to death. I spent decades not doing things because I was afraid of what people would think. You know what I realized? Nobody was thinking about me at all. Everyone's too busy worrying about themselves to judge you. And the few who do judge, they'll be dead soon enough, and their opinions with them. Stop performing for an audience that doesn't exist. Stop caring what strangers think. You're going to die, they're going to die, None of it matters except what you wanted to do. Second, practice the last time. Every time you do something, ask yourself, what if this is the last time? What if this ordinary moment never comes again? One morning, my husband and I had coffee on the porch. It was a Tuesday, nothing special. We talked about the weather, the neighbors, nothing important. He died that Friday. Stroke. I didn't know that Tuesday was our last morning together. If I'd known, I would have sat longer. I would have held his hand. I would have told him things. So when you're with someone you love, your parent, your child, your friend, stop and think. This could be the last time. It makes you present. It makes you grateful. It wakes you up. And third, stop numbing yourself. Wake up. We've become so good at avoiding reality. Television, phones, shopping, work, alcohol, anything to avoid sitting with the fact that time is running out. Put the phone down, turn off the television, go outside, feel the sun on your face, call someone you love, forgive someone you hate, because I promise you, holding that grudge is only poisoning you. I have a neighbor I didn't speak to for 15 years over a property line dispute. 15 years. And now he's dead, and I can never apologize. I wasted 15 years being angry at someone over 6 feet of dirt. Don't do that. Life's too short for grudges, for resentment, for pride. Let it go, all of it, while you still have time. I'm 95 years old. I have maybe a year left, maybe less, maybe more. I don't know. What I do know is this. Most people don't die at the end of their life. They die at 30, at 40, at 50. They just keep walking around for another few decades. They stop dreaming. They stop trying. They stop living. They go through the motions, waiting for retirement, waiting for the right time, waiting for someday. And then they're here, where I am, looking back at all the things they didn't do, all the love they didn't give, all the moments they weren't present for. Don't let that be you. The clock is ticking right now, this second. You're closer to death than you were when this video started. We all are. So please wake up, start living. Not tomorrow, not next year, not when you retire. Don't waste your one precious life waiting for permission to live it. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you for listening. Now go. Go live your life.